Poe Dameron issue number 27 just came out and is still giving us canon post The Last Jedi. Like, literally right as The Last Jedi ends. This issue was amazing and not only gave us a further look at a grieving Leia, but also more conversation between Poe and Rey, which they're pretty fun together. Oh, and there's more on the Force and Poe.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
So just in case you're not up to date on the series, or maybe you don't read it, here's a little blurb to catch you up. But really, all you need to know is this takes place right after The Last Jedi. The Resistance has barely escaped total destruction at the hands of the evil First Order during the Battle of Crate. Their survival depended on sacrifices made by many brave heroes, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker among them. Now, the remnants of General Leia Organa's resistance flee through hyperspace aboard the Millennium Falcon, seeking refuge. In this rare moment of peace, Poe Dameron and the rest of the resistance take the opportunity to reflect upon the journey that brought them to this point. The comic opens with Leia having a memory of Han turning around in the Falcon and asking her what she's thinking about. We then see Leia post The Last Jedi looking incredibly sad in the Falcon, and I'm right there with her. Chewie asks her if she's okay, and she tells him she is. It is just the echoes. They just keep getting louder. Which you have to think, with all the friends and allies Leia has lost as they fought against the Empire and now the First Order, she hears a lot of echoes. Which Chewie understands. You don't get to a couple 100 years old without losing some people of your own. Yin comes in and asks to take the co-pilot seat, and Leia replies that she has work to do, and as she recalls, he has as much right to the co-pilot seat on the Falcon as anyone. As she leaves, the most adorable scene happens. Chewbacca gives him a mischievous look, and then they fist bump. As much as Chewie loves Leia, I'm sure having a distraction from his and her grief is welcome. Plus, the scene was just so cute. Now back with Poe, Finn, and Rey is where the hilarious dialogue happens. Not that I'm not enjoying seeing Leia actually grieving for Han. Poe is recounting the battle over Maz's castle and how incredible his flying and shots were. Heck, I even made a video questioning if Poe was Force sensitive due to how amazing his performance was against the First Order during this battle. And funny enough, Rey says what I think a lot of us have been thinking for a while. You know, Poe, that almost sounds like the Force. And then Finn interjects, wait, is that how the Force works? Because I've gotten some conflicting reports on that. Which I love that callback to this moment in The Force Awakens.
We'll use the Force. That's not how the Force works.
Which honestly, Disney has been poking fun at what people consider the Force and how it works and what makes a Jedi lately. So I think this is a continuation of them doing that. But in response to Rey, Poe says he doesn't have the Force, but he grew up with a tree. And if he had the Force, he'd know it. So if you haven't read Shattered Empire, which you absolutely should, it takes place right after the destruction of the second Death Star, with the rebellion trying to finish off the Empire, and also contain Operation Cinder, which was a huge dick move on Palpatine's part. In it, Luke goes on a mission with Poe's mother Shara to recover fragments of a great tree that was once in the heart of the Jedi Temple on Coruscant that Palpatine kept locked away. This tree was both ancient and Force sensitive. After their mission succeeds, Luke gives Poe's mom one branch, which she plants. Poe then grows up playing around this Force tree, leading some to believe that it made him stronger in the Force. Kind of like that planet Yoda visited with the people that consume the rocks to give them Force abilities. Anyways, sorry I get really excited about Poe and that Force tree. Leia walks in and tells him, of course he has the Force. It's life's music, it's the song they all make. She lets them know she's glad they are getting to know each other, and that since they're all they have left, they need to know each other well. Leia tells Poe that she needs to rest, but later she needs to have a conversation with him, which Poe fears means he won't be flying anytime soon from that shit he pulled in The Last Jedi, which actually wasn't his fault because of certain shitty leadership. What I like is that they're hinting at Leia's failing health from her adventure in open space, and maybe leading to her eventual death. And we know that Leia's been grooming Poe to eventually take over the Resistance once she dies, so I bet that's the conversation she wants to have with him, more beating into his head, you are going to take over after I die, and my death may be sooner rather than later. Finn goes to check on Rose, who is still recovering from what could have easily just fucking killed them both, and Rey gives him a little knowing smile that Rose and Finn are totally gonna bang in the future. This leaves Poe and Rey to talk, and of course a porg shows up because I am convinced Disney is still trying to sell these guys. They have like a warehouse full of porgs they still need to sell. Poe also talks about how Maz is doing fine and didn't really care about her castle being destroyed, stating that when you get around 1,000 years old, you've probably had a few castles blown up under you. This next part is so hilarious. I laugh so hard every time I see these panels. So Rey is talking about how she missed the battle over Maz's castle and also all those planets being destroyed because she was taken by Kylo Ren. She says she was being tortured by Kylo on his ship, and Poe responds, "He did that to me too! How about that? Torture buddies!" I love Poe so much. Who gets tortured and then finds someone else who is also tortured by the same person and gets excited about it? Poe. That's who. Disney, you made such a good decision when you didn't kill him in The Force Awakens like you had originally planned, and you kept that guy around. He is pure gold. The last part of the issue explains what Black Squadron, Poe Squadron, was doing before the destruction of Starkiller Base. Poe shares that since they didn't know what Starkiller Base was, they only knew its location after the shots that destroyed all those planets, that they needed to do some recon. Snap, Care, and Jess were then put on a mission to figure out the weapon. To this end, Jess designed a ship with no engines, weapons, and hardly any electronics that would be attached to the belly of an X-Wing. With no energy signature, they figured an X-Wing could carry it to Starkiller Base, let it go, it glides down, runs scans to find a weakness, and then skims to the other side for pickup. Though Jess wants to be the one in the pod, Care and Snap go, with Snap in the pod glider, because they want to spend as much time together as they are newly married, especially since they know how risky their lives are. Though they run into some trouble with the pod, they do get the scans and manage to get out of there. Snap, seeing the scans and the base up close, realizes when they go to take out Starkiller Base, most of them won't be making it back. Fantastic issue, really fantastic series for the most part. I'm really enjoying the glimpses we get post The Last Jedi, and also Rey and Poe together is so much fun. I would have never thought that. But what are your thoughts? Did you like them bringing up the Force-sensitive tree again? Happy to see more grieving over Han? Or are you all about Black Squadron? Let me know your thoughts down below.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.